Today we are reading expository text passages. Expository passages are factual and nonfiction. Examples of expository text includes content we may read in geography, history, science, and psychology. Expository passages can follow different organizational patterns, just like there are different types of fiction or narrative stories like fairy tales, fables, or mysteries. Understanding the way a passage is organized, whether it is expository or narrative, can help you 1. Understand the overall message or main idea of the reading, and 2. Remember key details. Each expository text structure answers a different type of question and serves a different purpose. A descriptive text structure is meant to tell the reader what something is. A cause-effect text structure is meant to give reasons why something happens or exists. A compare-contrast text structure is meant to show similarities and differences between two topics. A problem-solution text structure is meant to state a problem and offer solutions. There are other types of expository text structures, and they will each require a passage to be organized in a different way. Today, we will be learning about the problem-solution text structure. We will learn about the key components of problem-solution texts and how to locate them within the passage. Finally, we'll learn how to use a graphic organizer for the problem-solution text structure to better understand the main idea and remember key details. The key components in most problem solutions texts include the problem, the solution or solutions, and the result or results of the solution. Each component has a specific purpose. Also, there may be key words that will help you identify the different components. Both of these elements are explained next. The problem component is the part of the passage that explains what the problem is. Other important details that may be included are who the problem impacts, when and where the problem started, and other important influences on the problem. The problem usually, but not always, is at the beginning of the passage. Some key words that may signal you that the problem is being presented include such words as problem, question, issue, trouble, or need to prevent. The solution component is the part of the passage that presents solutions that have been attempted or will or should be attempted. The passage may also include an explanation of what led to the solution, who proposed or implemented the solution, and possible influences on the solution. The solution usually, but not always, comes after the problem. Some key words that may signal you to the solution being presented include solution, answer, response, or reply. There may even be some explicit reference to the solution, such as to solve the problem, might be used in the sentence. Finally, the result component is the part of the passage that explains the overall result of the problem and solution. It may ask if the problem has improved since the solution was implemented, and if the solutions have not yet been implemented, the passage is likely to talk about the extent to which these solutions will solve the problem and what else might be needed. Some key words that may signal to you that the result is being presented include result, impact, outcome, reaction, led to, consequences, and conclusion. Lastly, the summary considers the overarching message or importance of the passage. To understand the overarching message, it's usually best to consider overall why this passage is important and what we can learn from it. Therefore, we might have to infer the overall message of the passage, and there may not be any key words to help us do this. This concludes our review of the problem-solution text structure. Review this table carefully before advancing to the next page, as you'll be asked to identify the key purpose and words for each component of the problem-solution text structure next.